Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum, Om Mani Padme Hum. Greetings, celestial earth angelics of the luminous ones. Today, on the second day of the Red Serpent Wavespell, we are in the first of 10 Galactic Activation Portals in a row, with White Lunar Worldbridger as we bridge the worlds of heaven and earth. Each day we rise higher and higher up the Ascension Spiral Vortex through each portal until full expansion activation. We are ascending up Jacob's ladder as the codes and keys within our RNA and DNA are upgraded into the 12-strand crystalline code of the 144. As our diamond crystal bodies come fully online, we embody our solar Christic light bodies of multidimensional awareness. We had 15 C-class flares today on the 15th of December, 1515 code of the 6-6, six-dimensional energy coming in. As Solaris continues his pulsing light frequencies into Gaia, her crystal core is pulsing with the higher encodements of divine origin. All is being transmuted and transformed in this great shift of the ages as we transition into the new, eternal, Edenic timeline of fully awakened cosmic consciousness. The doorway to our perception is being opened and cleared for the full passage into the promised land of the new earth. We take a great leap of faith over the threshold of the unknown and fully merge with the unknowable mind of Buddha. Enlightenment is the realization of our true nature as the great mystery. This experience is beyond words, so I point to it with the concept we call pure awareness. That which is experiencing this now moment and is here now in this body where I always am, both within and without and everywhere, as we continue to release and let go of all that no longer serves us and the collective. We make our return to innocence and rediscover the beauty of our original wild and free spirits. This is the great awakening from the false dream of suffering and separation into the new dream time of unity and bliss forevermore. Aho! In these final days, the veil that separates this world from the other side will be totally removed, and all will be reunited, and the great reunion begins. Namaste. Freedom from the Matrix. Welcome, beloved beings of light. I am Paul, White Gold Eagle, from PrimeDisclosure.com. We have another day of powerful transmissions coming to you from our New Earth scribes. And at the very end of today's transmissions, we have a very important dark false contract removal protocol, so be sure to stick around to the end. And please do us a favor, give us a thumbs up, leave a comment below, and share this video with your teams, your tribes all over this realm, to get our messages and codes out to more of our team of the 144. Now with all these powerful, intense energies coming in through this red dragon wave spell, we had 139 M1.5 or greater earthquakes in the last 24 hours. The most powerful on the Ring of Fire again today with a 5.1 south of Fiji Islands. Earlier today in Indonesia, another 4.6 activation. E2 Island, Japan, 4.7. Indonesia, 4.9, 13 Divine Goddess. South America, San Antonio de los Cobres, Argentina, and the Tropic of Capricorn, we had a 4.2. Then in the root chakra of Pachamama, South Sandwich Islands, 4.7, 11 Gateway. South of Fiji Islands with the 5.1, that was at 7:14 UTC. Puerto Rico, 3.0. Iran, 5.0. Indonesia, 4.5. Council of 9 coming in. Salina, Kansas, 4.0. In the Crown of Lemuria, Rat Islands, Aleutian Islands, 4.3. Sonora, Mexico, in the Portal of Liberation, La Libertad, 4.8, 12 Divine Feminine. Philippines, 4.9, 13 Divine Goddess. Russia, Tonkoy with a 4.9, 13 Divine Feminine. and then 2 more activations in Pahala, Hawaii, with 2 3.0s, 33 Divine Mastery coming in, Lindsborg, Kansas 3.4, Indonesia 4.5, and the root again, South Sandwich Islands 4.9, another 13 code, Japan, Itsu Islands 4.6, Somalia, Sacred Land of Africa, and the Gulf of Aden, we had a 4.7 activation. Indonesia 4.5, in the Heart Chakra of Lemuria, again, Pahala, Hawaii 3.1, Lindsborg, Kansas, another activation 3.1, Okinawa, Japan 4.7, Itsu Island, Japan 4.6, Californsky, Alaska 3.0, Itsu Island, Japan 4.8, Gardendale, Texas 3.6, Indonesia 2 4.8s right in a row, 12-12 portal 33, Mastery, Japan, Miyagi 4.3, Chiapas, Mexico 4.8, another 12, then powerful activation in the Sacred Portal, Africa, in South Africa, close to Johannesburg, we had a 4.2, not too far from the Kalahari Desert, and Botswana, in the northwest of South Africa, Chile, South America, Andes Mountains, home of our sacred condors, we had a 4.0 activation. Back to the Heart Chakra, Lemuria, Pahala, Hawaii, another 3.0, 3.3.3, 3.3, Triple Trinity, 3.6.9, Nikola Tesla codes. Indonesia, 4.4, 54 kilometer depth, 4.4.4 portal, as we transition through the 4th density into the 5th. Again, the whole grid lit up, activated, all being prepared through this great ascension process. And now we continue with the Sabian symbols. Right now, the moon is at 21 degrees, 17 minutes Taurus. The sun is at 24 degrees, 22 minutes Sagittarius. The current Sabian symbol for the sun at 25 degrees Sagittarius. A chubby boy on a hobby horse, and the current Sabian symbol for the moon at 22 degrees Taurus. A white dove flying over troubled waters from astrologyweekly.com. Symbolic of the white dove of peace and freedom, bringing harmony during these troubled times. And now my sacred condor pulls a card for you today from the Oracle deck, Beyond Lemuria, from Izzy Ivy. And the card she pulled for you today, card 54, Trust Your Innocence. Truth, trusting yourself, being real with people, knowing the difference between intuition and paranoia, uncensored feelings, returning to innocence. It can be hard to decipher between intuition and what our mind is telling us. Stories, projections, expectations, or fear can arise under the guise of intuition. To distinguish truthful inner guidance from paranoia, we must return to innocence, to our purest essence. Here we have access to the truth of our being. What were the very first feelings or visions you had when you considered the question at hand, before you second-guessed yourself? How does it feel in your body when you are brutally honest with yourself? Try to go beyond the layers of what you have been taught to believe about yourself. When some of the logic falls away, what answers remain? When you ask a young child a question, they don't censor their answers. Their honesty may not be considered polite or socialized. It may even seem a bit funny, but it's their truth, and it's interesting to note how intuitive children naturally are. To tell the difference between intuition and mind chatter, you need to recognize a clear instinctive yes and a distinctive no. For this you must trust yourself. The foundation of self-trust is honesty. You must be completely honest with yourself about what feels good, true, and real to you, and what does not. Honesty is more than not lying to yourself. It is also about not withholding information. It is about having deep transparency within yourself. Some might describe their intuitive yes as a softening rather than a feeling of tightening, contracting, or avoidance. If we are to stay on our optimal path, trusting our original innocence or instincts is key. And now today from Divine Brothor of the Light, Sean Caulfield, Dragon Codes, Arrows of the Cosmic Heart, 9 Emish, alligator, dragon. New 20 days of stability arrives today, 110th day of the 9th wave. The divinity of the blue star brings the primordial cosmic light to transcend by, transmuting the poisons and activating the dream of inner peace and oneness on earth. The codes of understanding say that the light we are made of is sacredly transcending the shadows of itself. As dark as things may seem, the lighter they are, the heart's primordial codes of divine time are programmed to help the light transcend the duality of itself, and to evolve creation and truth to the origin of great mystery. This is what the Mayan calendar codes can be understood to align to the divine evolution of creation's serpent-like time waves. At the end of the day, creation will always transcend and override that which is not living, sacred, pure, true, and complete to it. Because the seventh day is complete. This is what the seventh night is doing now, especially on the seventh level's seventh wave frequency. It is just a matter of time before the immature imprints of the past are transmuted. No matter what, creation allows for time to learn. Consciousness is given the chance to awaken itself. But when the lessons are not understood and learned, creation takes over to restore the imbalance. Sometimes this can look bad, but it is all ordered chaos that is playing out to a divine cosmic plan. In this process at present, the evolution of time is accelerating beyond the speed the mind can think. Our collective consciousness is stepping up into the heart's memory of courage, and certainly to a higher vibrational level. With the ninth wave frequency timing system, we can understand and align to this divine process. Since 2011, when the light of divine time reached the highest level of complete cosmic maturity, creation's primordial forces are gradually taking over to dissolve all that separates. All that intends unconditional love will hence prosper, and thus seed heaven on earth, by the will of the source creator of creation. The completion to the top of the pyramid is activating the primordial dragons of divine time to awakening within the heart of the human soul. These dragons are the cosmic forces of divine light that have been prophesied to descend upon the earth. They live in service to the source creator of great mystery. They are understood as Bolon, Yokte, Ku, the 9 deities of creation. These dragons are not immature or destructive like the dragons of the past. These dragons are heart-centered and are assisting to transcend the immature aspects of the light of divine time. Until the completion date, 2011-12, of the evolution of creation, they could not transcend the immature aspects of time. Hence we find our world in the state it is in. The arrival of the dragons of divine time was indicated by the arrival of the blue star. The cosmic light frequency of blue star is assisting those who trust themselves to let go of the mind and open the heart, to transmute and transcend the imprints of duality. The heart's frequency of universal love needs to be fully activated. As time unfolds, the heart will be opened. The divisions that the mind lives by will evaporate. Consciousness is gradually ascending in truth to the vibrations of the heart's rising starlight memory. The door to the dream of oneness is open. 9 Imish, alligator, dragon. Today the new phenomenon from the collective unconscious comes to the surface. 9 brings the brightest light of forward movement. In the 110th day of the 9th wave, new downloads advance creation. In 18 days of 11, death on the larger time scale. In the raid, Trekena, repair the inner state of being. From the universalfrequency.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Natoya Hall, Minima. Divine Starseeds. The energies have been staying steady with their intensity as we are being upgraded and turned on rapidly now. As the solar rays, radiation keep coming down, it is assisting us tremendously to turn our gifts on. The intuition is on high. The body is going through a lot, but you can begin to feel the changes and transmutation taking place within. I can't express in words how huge this time has begun to be and what we are heading into. People, places, and things are not what they appear to be, and with your newly attuned higher dimensional senses coming in, you are seeing this clearly. Now is not the time to judge your body's wisdom. Now is not the time to second-guess your finely tuned and tapped-in intuition. I observe everything, and even when I know what is happening within a person or a situation, I stay silent for them to have their experience, karma, or lesson. As much as you want to step in for other people right now, let them have their experience. Everyone is going through it whether they know it or not. I'm guided to say read Dolores Cannon's books on the 3 waves if you haven't already. Books about your star families are important right now because next year there will be a lot of revelations on our intergalactic ancestral lineages. Your body has turned on its multidimensional superpowers. You may be experiencing fatigue, vibrations, headaches, sleeplessness, or wanting to sleep all the time. Pain and discomfort in the organs, spine, marrow, bones, massive brain activity right now, and this will bring in energies that affect our motor skills, adrenals, thyroid, and nervous system, just to name a very few. The energies have upgraded to ultrasonic and rainbow frequencies. This ain't your old school energies. Thank Goddess for them. These are sharp and go cellular. We're in it. So much love, starseeds, from motherofstarkeeping.com. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Eric Rains. All of humanity is being squeezed in a constriction of discomfort. What it looks like on the surface levels is a sudden, spontaneous upsurge of crazy situations, emotions, and circumstances. Deep underneath, the ancient causes of the traumatic echoes we are cleansing in the now are beginning to be exposed. The genetic lineage programs are beginning to unravel. This is causing a collapse of the heavy dark frameworks of etheric control. The primordial origins are rewriting history in the now, as the past truly does not exist. This is leaving nothing but the mental programming of humanity, which is still strong. However, the programs will stop replenishing. The ripple has begun, and the initial effects are unnoticeable as the flutter of the butterfly's wing. Just as the initial fall into darkness was a gentle shift that began to compound upon itself, echoing through the genetic lineage as an actual language that we learn to speak fluently. The collapse of the old begins in earnest. Recognize your part in this. As you choose to experience the resonance you prefer sequentially, more and more of the stagnant, rotten framework dissolves for all of us. This is our planet. We are the custodians of the living library known as Gaia. The Divine Feminine is unfettered to create the majesty of creation possibility. The Sacred Masculine has healed to shine bright on all of creation. This is about to get fun. From UnleashingNaturalHumanity.com and from Divine Sister of the Light, Ramona Lappin. Remember, it is already done. The golden, one true organic ascension timeline has been fully anchored and activated. Now we just have to keep letting go of the illusions of this artificial matrix and keep seeing it for what it is. Decode, recode, overwrite. Keep calling forth, merging and unifying with your future self now, your ascended self, your guardian, ascended master self, that knows how to do this, that is ascended now. See, merge, and feel your luminous avatar, Crystal, ascended self, fully physicalized now. Feel your multidimensional self merging and crystalline DNA fully activated now. See yourself levitating, teleporting, moving objects by the power of your mind, and things manifest as if out of thin air. All is energy, frequency, and vibration after all. Merge with your true self now, your eternal self, your God source self, that knows how to make the impossible possible, transcend time, space, and gravity through the limitless power of divine love now. Become unbound, become boundless, limitless, timeless. Be your eternal self now. Remember your true nature and reclaim all of you now. Command this. Believe and know it is already done. Call all of yourself back to you. You are the only one that has that power, purified, healed, and merged as one. As we do, all new realities rebirth through and within us now. All new worlds arise through our inner sacred transformation and blossoming of our sacred crystal diamond hearts now. Feel this, activate this, merge with this. Remember your power and be the frequency of the new earth now. Your ascended self, your God source self. Be this now. Transcend the remaining illusions and limitations of your mind, of time, space, and gravity, of what you believe is possible in a certain amount of linear time. Now, all is always potentially accessible and available now. Now is all there ever is, ever was, and ever will be. So it is done. Eternal love and blessings, Ramona. And from Divine Brothor of the Light, Rick Jewers. The angelic presence incarnate upon the planet in humanoid form has been called to the higher timeline for upgrades and new information and alignment with divine knowledge. It is required to create the bigger space now in the new reality, the higher timeline, through the co-creation ability. These angelics will explicitly emanate the higher consciousness and light into the masses as well as the overall collective. The inferior technology of the darkness must take the back seat now, opening more windows of divine opportunity for the approximate 6 billion ascending with the humanoid vessel intact. The influx of light being distributed to the planet will increase once again in intensity and purity, causing more noticeably the uplifting of consciousness and heart action. The revealing, the revelations, has reached a saturation point which cannot be rescinded by any pure of heart, and most definitely cannot be refuted nor ignored. It just is, and is established firmly into the main timeline. The focus is to be sustained on the absolute outcome while transitory concepts are eliminated. Love and light, Rick. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Karen Lithica. Stand in your light. Your journey is to expand, share your light, see your light body powering up, light pioneer, paving the way for the collective consciousness of your species, for the transmutational awakening is here, light family, aligning to the galactic light universe, enabling the upcoming light upgrades. See the power of you, the collective consciousness of light, like a vast forest growing, expanding, integrating, achieving. We are light, sending waves of cosmic love as we collectively pave the way. The Arcturians and Karen from KarenLithica.com. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Carolyn, 144 God Code. Regeneration and power is restoring back into your hands. Another layer of rebirth is appearing in the conscious mind. You're moving forward with new tones, harmony, and cellular memory. This is happening through the quantum field and quantum mind. Restoration on all levels is restoring you into the one body of Christ as leaders of the way. The 6-month solstice cycle we've been in is coming to completion, as we also complete the 1-year 1221 Emerald Heart Gateway. Decisions and directions you've been pondering the past 6 months have been chosen based on your healed heart. Now you may feel more prepared and ready to take the leap of faith and follow new emotionally fulfilling opportunities. Gifts from our Father are also being given for us to begin this new path. This includes new friends, new solidarity, and new alliances. You are raising up your leadership position to help others find their way, as you have accomplished. Any remaining purgatory emotions, sins, poor choices, not feeling good enough are releasing quickly, as they can no longer continue forward. Be patient with yourself and focus on forgiveness and repentance. A new foundation of your happily ever after is commencing. Your stability and lifestyle for your family and home comes directly from our Father now. Remaining stagnation or blocks in the root chakra are clearing to your original divine blueprint with this Gemini full moon. Attachments from the past are releasing and healing is completing. Triggers and memories may surface. Remember, this is for closure and not to rekindle the past. Keep moving forward one step at a time. In Jesus Christos' name, Amen. God bless you from Carolyn Kundalini Twin Flames. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Leah Whitehorse. Mars conjunct South Node and Sagittarius. If we've been holding on to anger from the past, now is the time to find positive ways to release it. Stop returning to the museum of old wounds. Dismantle the displays. There's nothing here except dust and feathers. Take all that energy spent on continuing old conflicts and use it to fuel your passion for the future. There are new goals to accomplish, new challenges to excite. Release connections that no longer work if necessary. Fiercely embrace your allies. If you were wronged, let it be done. Staying stuck in the place of defeat, reliving the battle only increases the feeling of being weak. Stop beating yourself up. You are not weak. You are stronger than you know. Rise up, move on, free yourself. Make peace with the past. Even if the past wasn't peaceful, surrender to regain your strength. From LeahWhitehorse.com. And today from 13 Moon Peace Time, Keen 106, White Lunar Worldbridger, the clear sign of Pakal Votan, Galactic Activation Portal Keen. Being a Pakal Votan clear day, there are 13 specific dates, energies which were carved in the ancient tomb of Prophet Pakal Votan, the chief time engineer of the classic Mayan era, Sage King of the Yucatec base, Na Chan, House of the Serpent Palenque. These dates recorded auspicious occurrences during his lifetime, 603 to 683 AD, as well as auspicious occurrences to unfold in our current days. We are reminded that 1320 radial time unites past, present, and future. Each of the 260 keen days serve as memory storage units, granting us the ability and inviting us to access our seed information as needed. When the daily calendar lines up with one of these 13 codes, tune in to the special magic of these signs and see what you can decode of their relevance, whether personal or planetary. The 13 clear signs on the tomb have been the source of much discussion, debate, and decoding, but complete disclosure of their meaning has not been revealed. Track the Pakal Votan clear days as they come up on the calendar and tune into their special vibration magic. Today begins with the first set of 10 Galactic Activation Portal days. Pakal Votan has designated this day as a very auspicious day. There are 2 sets of 10 gap days. One set just before the sacred mystic column, and another set just after the sacred mystic column. These are very powerful days indeed. We would be wise to pay close attention to the intelligent vibrational energies around us on these cosmically special days. Yesterday on Keen 105, we entered the blue western castle of burning, court of magic, transform. The theme of this castle marks stages of a path centered on the process of turning around, a complete reversal of direction. This involves a decisive recognition of what is to be adopted and abandoned. Complementary to this is the will and courage to enter the fires of transformation and transcendence. Together these allow for a true turning around, come about. In the blue western castle of burning, there will be great eruptions of the underlying hindrances to our real path, and great opportunities to really choose what it is we are becoming and transforming into. Although realizing a pattern or change is required within ourselves in life is not always the most pleasing discovery, we know that after looking back from the vantage of its lesson being completed, there is always a greater gratitude and humility for the waves of change, which may have seemed striking or alarming at first. We can never know the future's blessings without the challenges we find ourselves in today. This castle offers a magical opportunity to really erupt and purify ourselves into a more steady and purposeful direction of personal progress. No matter how intense or challenging this turnaround may seem, it is important to remember the greater vision and goal that we all share together. Our individual process is a drop in the ocean of our united process. Together we can move in waves and cycles of natural harmony that create conditions which cannot be stopped or reversed by any disharmonious forces. Wave spells within this castle. Red Serpent Wavespell 9, Power of Life Force, our current wave spell, Keens 105 through Keen 117. White Mirror Wavespell 10, Power of Endlessness. Keen 118 through Keen 130. Blue Monkey Wavespell 11. Power of Magic. Keen 131 through Keen 143. Yellow Seed Wavespell 12. Power of Flowering. Keen 144 through Keen 156. The power of the 144 code. In la Ketch a la Keen. Rhythmic Lizard Moon, Moon 6 of the 13 Moon Planetary Service Wavespell. Lizards are very sensitive to vibrations from the ground. They are adept at subtle perception. They have amazing hearing capacity, and with their sharp eyes they are able to sense the most minute of movements. Lizards show you that you have the ability to utilize all aspects of psychic perception. From 13moonpeacetime.com. And from the Tzolk'in Times, Keen 106, White Lunar Worldbridger. Lunar is the name for the number 2, and its keywords are polarize, stabilize, and challenge. And so now we enter the 10-day Portal Day extravaganza. The second day of any wave spell is tough because we must face the hurdles presented to us and overcome them in order to proceed. The second day of a wave spell like this, where there are 10 portal days in a row, this is tougher still because so much depends on identifying those challenges. And if one wishes to experience this intense and powerful wave spell at its most beneficial, we must prepare for it accordingly. Today is White Worldbridger, which represents death, opportunity, and equality. The Lunar Worldbridger is the gatekeeper and is guarding this journey. Before you are permitted entry, you must take this opportunity to let go and allow a part of you to die, so that you are fit to take this sacred journey. Like a bouncer in an exclusive nightclub, the Worldbridger is very discerning about who gets in. Beware all who enter. And from Divine Sistar of the Light, Christina Papagiorgio, White Lunar Worldbridger, 2, Kimi, Keen 106, 15th of December, 2021. Surrendering the Challenges. 15/12/2021 equals 635 equals 68 equals 14 equals 5. Day codes 15. Spiritual alchemy, charisma, magnetism. 6. Heaven, Christ, family, harmony, fertility. 14. Media, publicity, promotion, recognition. 5. Freedom, liberation, change, transformation. Month year codes. 12. Acquiring strength, wisdom. 3. Holy Trinity, joy, creativity, communication. 5. Freedom, liberation, change, transformation. 8. Infinite abundant source flow. Keen 106 equals 7. Magic code. Another mystical magical day through the fires of transmutation, ending the polarity challenges. Ready, set, go. Here we go down the slippery slide. 10 Galactic Activation Portal days in a row of intense energies. The interdimensional doorways are flung wide open, flooding our planet with new energies that are now available for us to access and utilize through our chakras. Today is also a Pakal Votan day. Keen 106 is one of the 13 clear signs on the tomb lid of Mayan King Pakal Votan. Double whammy, therefore this day is a very potent one indeed. Day 2 in the Red Serpent Wavespell of survival instinct, Kundalini rising, life force, passion, and rapid transformation through shedding our old skin. Today we surrendered the polarity challenges to build new bridges for new opportunities to flow in. Tone of creation. Lunar Tone 2 is in the physical realm. The Lunar Tone represents the sacred twins, cooperation, relationship, polarity of male and female, and duality. Its action polarizes, power challenges, essence stabilizing. Yesterday we magnetized and attracted spiritual energy, and today we anchor that energy in our physical bodies. The Lunar Tone may also reveal challenges in order to recognize and release anything stopping us from expanding into new horizons. Today's question is, what challenges do I need to surrender and release in order to fearlessly move forward? Divine blessings for stabilizing the anchors of your new rainbow bridge. In la Ketch a la Keen, Christina White Magnetic Worldbridger, Keen 66. Keen 106, White Lunar Worldbridger, The mantra, the code for today is, I polarize in order to equalize. Stabilizing opportunity, I seal the store of death. With the lunar tone of challenge, I am guided by the power of endlessness. I am a galactic activation portal. Enter me. And on this powerful day of activations, transformations, and manifestations, let us know, beloved beings of light, in the comments below what you're experiencing, what you're feeling, your dreams, your visions, and your synchronicities. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe and click the subscribe button below and the little bell to get notifications on future updates. And as always, we have a link in the description below to the transcriptions of today's transmissions. And we archive these on our website, primedisclosure.com. Now, I'd like to take the time to thank everyone supporting us in our work and mission. It's because of your monthly pledges on Patreon and your donations we're able to continue this work. So thank you all very much for supporting us in our work and mission. We couldn't be doing this work without you. Now I'd like to welcome and thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Kaylin Ryan, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and Condor. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Paige Turner, for your pledge and support on Patreon, and welcome to the tribe of the Eagle and the Condor. And I'd like to also thank Divine Sistar of the Light, Deetra McClure, for raising your pledge on Patreon today. Thank you very much, Divine Sistar of the Light of the Divine 44. We never forget those who have supported us through this great time of great transitions and transformations. My Queen and I never forget, so thank you all very much. We are very grateful for all of you that have supported us over these years and that continue supporting us. If you'd like to support us with a monthly pledge, you can do so at our link at whitegoldeagle.com, or if you'd like to make a one-time donation, you could do so to our PayPal link at eaglelovecondor.com. Now I'd like to also thank everyone supporting my Sacred Condor's artwork. You can purchase her beautiful handmade goddess totems, zodiac goddesses, angels, healing jewelry, and other works of art at lunagoddessart.com. And she still has the 20% off sale for this powerful solstice. So take advantage of that and get a loved one something beautiful and precious handmade from my goddess, my queen of the dream team. And now we're going to complete today's transmissions with powerful protocol, primary contract removal. This is the removal protocol of all dark contracts, all false contracts, all binding contracts that no longer serve us or humanity. From Divine Brothor of the Light, Eucharan, White. Attention to the correct version of the primary contract removal protocol. In the name of my I Am presence, in the name of my soul, in the name of all light forces, I cancel and nullify all my past agreements and contracts with the dark forces. All those contracts are now null and void in all timelines and all dimensions, regardless of their content and or my subconscious programming. With my free will, I now declare myself free in all timelines and all dimensions, from all those contracts and from all influences of the dark forces. I now decree and I command full conscious cooperation between myself and the light forces from now on and forever. I now decree and I command that my life is guided in full alignment with the divine plan from now on and forever. I decree and I command miracles to be manifested in my life in a way that will manifest happiness for me and everybody involved, now on and forever. So be it, and so it is. Surfacom. From universalforces.space. And with that, thank you for joining us today, beloved beings of light. Keep rising in the honor and the glory of this great ascension process. And through the sacred doorway, the sacred portal of these gap days, we are closing the gap between what was and should have been to what is and what always was, which is our divine love of Source. which is our true nature of Buddha consciousness. The gold Buddha of awakening shines within every threefold flame, with every living heart, every living sentient being of pure light here now, in this final dimension, this final timeline, as we make our final quantum leap of consciousness from Homo sapien to Homo luminous, beings of eternal life and eternal light. Keep walking gently your sacred path with heart, with peace and love in every step. Keep shining your light brightly into the night, and be sure to make this the best day ever. The eagle and the condor love you all. Namaste.